Hello, fabulous friends. My name is Bang Bang Von Loola, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I did it finally. It's very nerve-wracking, but hello and welcome. If we have not met before, I am a burlesque dancer and producer, as well as a pretty intense vintage beauty enthusiast, but that does not limit me only to the vintage stuff. I will probably be covering all different things, but with a hard focus on vintage hair, makeup, and fashion. So today we're going to just start this out pretty simply with my everyday makeup look, which we see here. It is composed of just a basic neutral eye and usually a red lip, but I do tend to interchange those, and I find with this eye look that it's really easy to do so because it's so neutral here. You can pretty much do whatever you want down here. So today we'll learn my technique. I am not a licensed makeup artist, but I have been doing this for quite a while, and I think I have my own little quirky sort of tricks, or at least methods that might be helpful to those who are starting out down the vintage makeup train or just want to see how I do my thing. I use mostly drugstore products, so almost everything here will probably, I would say, be under $30 or much, much less. And I like to take my time, so I've edited quite a lot of blending out because blending is key. But overall, you should get a good idea and sense of how to achieve this look. Learn all the products that I use. I'll also list them in the description bar below. And yeah, I hope that it's informative and fun for everybody, including myself, even though I'm a little nervous, but hey, we gotta all try sometime. So without further ado, here's how you achieve Bang Bang's everyday makeup look. I hope you enjoy.
Alright, we're starting off with a clean and moisturized face. I've curled my hair already, and I'm going to prep my skin further with some lip balm. Today I'm using the Urban Decay Rehab Makeup Prep in Lip Love with shea butter and coconut oil. And then we're going to go straight into priming the skin with Mario Badescu Skincare Facial Spray with aloe herbs and rosewater. Not only do I use this to prime my skin for foundation, but I also use it as a toner every day. And one of my tips is to spoolie your eyebrows while the product is still wet, and it helps keep them in place all day. Next, I'm going in with e.l.f. Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer in the shade Sheer, and I just pop that on directly from the wand and blend it out with my fingers. For eyeshadow, I'm using Morphe's Matte Eyeshadow Palette in Nature Glow, and I'm going to use a flat but dense brush to apply a color that is closest to my skin tone at the time. Sometimes I'm more tan than others, so it just depends on the time of year. Now I'm going to use this warm brown color with a fluffy crease brush and just windshield wipe that color right above my eyelid. With a mostly clean blending brush, I'm going to further diffuse that color and blend it so it looks more seamless. Now I'm going to use this small flat shadow brush to use the lightest color from that Morphe palette to highlight my brow bone as well as my eyelid. This helps further define those areas and makes them pop. For foundation, I use Illuminare Cosmetics Concealing Mineral Foundation in the shade Florentine Fair. I mix it with Nivea Creme to create a slightly more sheer version of the foundation. My tricks for a more natural finish foundation is to mix that Nivea cream in with a highly pigmented foundation, but the main thing is to blend, blend, blend. After blending with my fingers, I go in with a Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge that I've dampened, and I just further blend that foundation out until it has the texture and finish that I like. For concealing, I use that same foundation undiluted with a flat concealing brush, and I simply take it straight to my problem areas such as under the eyes, on my nose, and also any other dark spots that I might have. Next, I use a lighter shade of concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Sand. And I have a little trick to conceal my genetic eye bags by popping that color underneath the shadow they cast, as well as other dark areas that I want to highlight. To set all that foundation and concealing work, I'm using Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent. This was actually the first time trying this product, and I was really excited because the brand is vintage. It was established in 1935, and I just really liked the scent of it and how it wore on the face. It really helped blur all my imperfections and was very, very comfortable. For contour, I blend my own shade with the Ben Nye Luxury powders in Banana and Nutmeg, depending on how tan I am, and using a simple angled face brush, I just carve out my cheekbones as well as under my jaw and around my hairline. My favorite blush is Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. It is a very close dupe for the NARS Orgasm Blush, and I just love the natural kind of flush that it gives me, and it has a sort of highlighty sheen underneath, so it really gives a healthy look to the skin. To further define my contour, I take a flat concealing brush and use that Coty Airspun powder to draw a little line of concentrated powder underneath the contour to further the effect. And I'll let it sit there and bake for a while. For highlighter today, I'm using the Maybelline Masterchrome by FaceStudio Metallic Highlighter in the shade Molten Gold. And taking a small highlighting brush, I'm just going to pop that on the high points of my cheekbones and up into my temple just a little bit. Using a tiny little brush, I'm going to apply that highlighter to the corners of my eyes to add brightness, as well as just a little tiny bit on the tip of my nose. Moving back to the eyes, I'm going in with Maybelline Eyestudio Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner in the shade Brown. And taking a very sharp, thin eyeliner brush, I'm going to carefully draw out a thin winged eyeliner. Using the same color I used in the crease of my eye, I'm going to define the lower lash line with a small, flat shadow brush, just to give a little extra definition without having to fully line the eye. After blending out that extra powder I had under the contour, we're going to move forward to my favorite thing, eyebrows. Using a couple of cool-toned brown colors from the Morphe eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take a slightly thicker eyeliner brush and simply pull that color through the natural shape of my brow. I like to use a slightly darker brown shade for the outer corner of my eyebrows for added definition, and I always spoolie my brows when I'm done for a fluffier look. Onto the eyelashes, I'm going to give them a quick curl and then go in with the Maybelline Volume Express Colossal Waterproof Mascara. I like to customize my own false eyelashes by trimming just the outer corners off and using a clear drying eyelash glue. I put a thin strip of adhesive on there, wait for it to get a little tacky, and then drop it onto the outer corner of my eyes. I like to add some more mascara to further blend my natural lashes with the false eyelash piece. We've come full circle with that Mario Badescu skincare facial spray. I'm using it now to set my makeup before I do my lipstick, and I like to take that damp sponge and just press everything into place for longevity. Lipstick time. We're going to use Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in the shade Totally Toffee to slightly overdraw my lips. I'm going with a red lip today, and my favorite red lipstick is the Sephora brand Cream Lip Stain Liquid Lipstick in the shade Always Red. Not only is this liquid lipstick extremely comfortable to wear, but it's also a really long-wearing, beautiful shade that works on a multitude of skin tones. Alright, there you have it. Here is the final look of my almost everyday makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I really liked putting it together for you all, and I hope some of my tips and tricks help inspire you for your makeup routine. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, the future is bright.